Hello, and welcome back to another little Grand Cross Fireside chat with me. I'm joined today by Vader, who's another Grand Cross content creator and a fellow Easton enjoyer. So, thanks for coming in today, Vader.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Let's do a fun topic today, let's talk about a fun topic. What are your 3 most disappointing units in the game? Go with your gut. Don't think too hard about it, just 3 most disappointing units and why.
For me personally, probably the most disappointing would probably be the green Ludociel that recently dropped. Not saying that his kit is overwhelmingly bad, because overall it's a decent kit, but the fact that he is based off of an older unit, so he doesn't have the greatest stats, and the fact that he's not better than Margaret, and he doesn't provide anything better than Margaret would already provide, there's really no point in using him compared to Margaret, so he would definitely be at the top of my list. The Red Liz, it seems the more recent goddesses are not really doing all too much for my expectations, but this new Red Liz that recently dropped that's based off of Goddess Liz, and then I would honestly probably say the blue Elot, because I had high hopes for her and they made her PvE only and exclusive to Guild Boss.
Okay, those are some good ones, so let's talk about them. Let's start with Green Ludo, since you brought him up first. I don't have experience with him because I didn't pull on him, but I have seen people mention using comps with him, Mael, and the Blue Liz that got released around Christmas time in 2022. Have you messed around with that at all, or?
Yeah, so the new Ludociel, his shield is pretty good and it works. He can work because he does some decent damage. I feel like if you run him though, because you're not running Margaret, you're missing a huge key component to what the Goddess team needs to function. Although he can work decently well in the back, just in case, let's say you're running Green Sariel in the front, and he dies, or you're running Goddess Elizabeth and she dies, he can come in and still give Mael the support that Mael needs to win you the game.
Yeah, but I definitely agree that he just, on paper, he doesn't seem as good as Margaret. I run Goddess team on my free-to-play, and Margaret is essential there, especially because mine is 6/6 on that account. So if she ults, she can just immediately, block, everyone's special, additional abilities. So it's like, why would you go green? That's interesting, though.
Right.
As for the Red Elizabeth, so I was trying to think of any uses for her, and I actually can't think of any, because when I did the patch notes, I mentioned, maybe she could be used for OG Demon, but then I forgot a very important thing. Goddess bad against OG Demon.
Right.
So I can't think of a purpose, and I am an admitted Goddess Elizabeth enjoyer, and I can't think of a purpose for her. That's bad.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people, when she was announced, was trying to say that, oh well, maybe you can use her for the OG Demon, but
Goddess bad.
She's a goddess.
Goddess bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I made the same mistake, and then I realized, and I was like, oh my god, Goddess bad. Why did they do this?
It's a sad time for the Goddess team.
Which brings us to your number 3, Blue Elot. So, I haven't messed around with Blue Elot that much. But I saw people saying she was good for Nidhogg.
Well, yes, but you're also missing out on her passive. And now that her relic's here, her relic's not really going to do much for you as well. The only reason people were using her was because she fits the goddess requirement, and she has a cleanse slash buff that works, and she can remove ult gauge.
But so at this point, is the New Year's Elizabeth better in place of her? Especially since we all got her for free? Or what is the meta with Nidhogg these days?
I'm not 100% sure.
I haven't even
that
bothered
one.
with it.
Yeah, I don't really play it much either. I just know that a lot is fortunate enough to have one of the best ults in the game for PvE content because she gives you the debuff immunity and she gives you a massive defense buff.
Oh yes, yeah, the red Alot was the only reason I managed to clear the bird without Magelda for entirely too long.
I do really like a lot.
She's a good character. She gets the red one at least gets the it gets me a lot of like the crazy numbers, especially like you combine her with Derriere in the green Gother comps.
Oh yeah, she was a really good guild boss unit.
For a while. Okay. Well, I don't think there's really much else to say about Blue Alot. She's just kind of there and disappointing and well, on that note, let's wrap it up there. If you'd like to follow Vader, Vader, where can people find you?
Well, on YouTube, I am Vader Senpai, and on Twitter, Vader Senpai, no spaces, and then on Twitch, Vader_Senpai.
All right, so go give Vader a follow. Check him out. He's got some great content. Awesome dude. All right, thanks much, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.